what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another tier list ranking video. Today, we're going to be ranking all of the mini bosses and bosses in zombies, excluding boss fights. So literally everything besides like normal zombies. And today, I'm joined by an amazing friend of mine and speedrunner, Kingman. How's it going, man?
Dude, I'm doing awesome today. How you doing, man?
I'm doing very good. So obviously we both have played every single map on here, or bosses, encountered these bosses on every single map that they're available, and I think we're going to do a pretty good job. So we have the different rankings of best of the best, amazing, good, not very good, and very annoying. F these guys. I think we should be pretty good at ranking. I don't really know exactly how we're going to be ranking them, but it's more so like how they act on the map, and if they're like, if they contribute to the map, and if they're like, you know, worth having, I guess, in a way. So let's start off with Hellhounds. Where do you think these deserve to be?
The Hellhounds, they're the first actual mini boss zombie.
I think they
And
appear on the most maps too. I think we should just give them the respect and put in best of the best. What do you think about that?
exactly, because they were the foundation of the mini boss. So if you don't actually put them in the best of the best, you wouldn't have everything else that came after it. Without the
Yeah.
Hellhounds, we wouldn't have anything else.
Yeah, and like the World at War and BO1 ones were pretty difficult, and then they got really easy after that.
And yeah, sure, they're easy later on, but still without the Hellhounds, like I just said, we wouldn't have everything else that came after
Yeah.
it.
All right, next up is Nova Crawlers. Honestly, they're really annoying, but
No.
I'm gonna say not very good, to be honest.
Yeah, like they're
Like
not the
I've
worst
never
thing.
liked them at all, and like they ruin a lot of Kino for me, kind of, in a way where I don't really want to play it just because of them.
Like I'm trying to train casually on the theater, and every single time I just
Yeah.
get blown up by Nova gas. Like I'm just trying to have fun here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next up is the Pentagon Thief. I honestly
Mm.
think Yuri deserves to be an amazing, because I think it's a really good boss, and you get rewarded if he doesn't take your gun. You get to pack punch for 1,000 points.
Like, he may not be the best boss in the world, but your reward for killing him efficiently. If he takes your guns and you don't kill him, that's on you. So he's a high risk, high reward enemy. If you don't kill him in time, you lose your guns. But if you kill him, you get your guns back plus an extra reward.
So would you say amazing is fair for this one?
I'd say amazing.
Okay, because this is like both of our lists. It's not just me or just you, you know. Next up is Ascension Monkeys.
Similar to Yuri, where he gives you a reward for killing them without them actually taking your perks, but they're just so much more annoying. And the way I see it, they were a good idea, but on a map like Ascension, how they worked, it was just the worst execution possible. Like I said before with the Nova Cars, not the worst, but in the map they're on, Ascension specifically, it's not that great either.
Well, the map's huge too. It was like the biggest map when it came out.
Exactly.
Do you think it's not very annoying, or do you think it's not very good?
I honestly think they're not very good. They could be very good if they're implemented on a small map or mechanically they work differently. But for the context that they're on, which is Ascension, they're not very good in my eyes.
All right, that's fair. All right, next up is George Romero. We both have played Call of the Dead a lot, and I love George, and I love that you get a perk, but he changes the flow of the map, so you literally cannot camp, which in a way is a good thing. I think I'm kind of torn.
Yeah, it's one of those things where yes, you're
I'd say
rewarded.
he's good.
Yeah.
Like I don't hate him, and he's not the best, but he's not. I mean, he is annoying to some people.
I'm very torn on this too. I
Yeah.
love George. He's a great boss, but at the same time, you have to kill him if you want to camp at least, which is very hard to do in Call of Dead as
Well,
it is.
and it's only for one round that he's gone.
Exactly. It's 1 to 2 rounds after you kill him. And I'm not willing to sacrifice most of my ammo just to get a free perk. And after the 4th time, as long as I don't down, what you get unless you finish each like a death machine or a Wonderwaff. So in my eyes, it's not really
And you
worth killing them
can't
after
trade
the
it
4th
out
time.
too. You have to shoot all the ammo from the Wonderwaff, which is annoying.
Exactly.
I think good would be fair for George.
Yeah, good seems fair enough.
I just totally messed this up. All right. Next up is the Shrieker from Shang. So these guys aren't that bad. Like if you get a headshot and a horde of zombies on it, it will kill all the zombies around it, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I think they're fairly weak, but at the same time, they're just kind of annoying because they just run and they blind you as well, which is annoying.
If this was like the top 5 most forgettable boss zombies in zombies or Treyarch zombies history, I'd honestly put the Shrieker at either 1 or 2. They're just not memorable at all.
Yeah.
But not that would matter much for the, how well they work in a map. For me personally,
I think not very good.
Yeah, not very good.
But napalms I'm putting in very annoying because
Napalms are the
I
worst.
absolutely hate them, and they ruin the entire flow of the map because you got to focus on killing them, because if you don't kill them fast enough, they're gonna explode on you, damage you, and if you get like one hit by a zombie, you're dead. Even with Jug, yeah, they're just so annoying.
And
Like,
Shang is already a close quarter map as it is, so
yeah,
having a
exactly. Like,
napalm zombie
it
just
should have been on a
close off
bigger
one
map,
avenue.
I think.
They would definitely work on a map like Call of the Dead, for instance, wide open, large, you can move around a lot. But
Yeah, it
obviously in the
wouldn't make
snow
sense
wouldn't
for a
work.
snow map.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of things don't make sense in zombies, so it
That's
would
true.
definitely
Yeah,
work.
definitely true. All right, next up is the Shangri-La Monkeys. So you can get a free perk. You can also change drop, but they can be annoying because they literally take every drop that you get.
It's definitely a high risk, high
Also,
reward with
also
the
if you
monkeys.
if you get the perk and they come to hit you, you can knife them and get 500 points or 1,000 with double points.
Exactly.
So I mean, it honestly, I think they're amazing potentially. If you're doing high rounds and you're actually good at it, like you can get max ammos all day.
I'm honestly gonna have to say they're in the best of the best category because obviously, like you said, if you understand the map well, if you can play it properly, a skill-based boss zombie, if that makes any sense, if I'm going
Yeah,
out
that's
here.
completely true. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. That's the best. That's
Yeah.
a hot take for sure.
It is. I know a lot of people in the comments are gonna be swaying at that, but
All right, next up we have the astronaut from Moon. I'm gonna say very annoying.
it literally adds nothing to the map. He's just
And
there.
he steals your perks. And the most annoying
Exactly.
thing ever is when you like say you start off a game on Moon, you buy Jug before you even teleport, and then you buy like Quick Revive or whatever, PhD and stuff like that, and then it takes Jug. So not only have you not gone back to Pack Punch yet, you have to teleport twice to get Jug again. And
If
that
you're at
is
that
like the
point in the
most
game,
annoying thing ever. I hate that. Next up is the Moon Crawlers. Honestly, I'm gonna put these in very annoying as well.
I can't tell me how many times I've died to these guys
Yeah,
trying to do the
and they
hacker step.
yeah, exactly. Like you cannot do the hacker step unless you have like a friend holding a zombie and
Yeah, try doing this round 5. Keep in mind, round 5 on Black Ops 3 on your own doing the hacker step mid round. It's literally
it's hell.
undoable.
Yeah. All right, next up we have the Avogadro.
Yeah, well, if you have EMPs, he's the best, but I'm not using EMPs all the time on a map like Transit, let alone playing Transit to
Yeah, and you
begin
don't want to
with.
accidentally throw them at Ted either.
Exactly. Hmm.
I'd say
Yeah.
I'd say not very good.
Again, like Astronaut on Moon, he had nothing to the map. He's just there for the sake of being there without actually adding any sort of change to the map itself.
Yeah, that's true. All right, next up is the Denizen. I think we can all agree that's very annoying as well.
Dude, they're the best of the best. What are you talking about?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They're so annoying, dude. We don't even have to explain why.
Yeah, we're good.
If you
Let's
like
just move on.
transit, you know. Or if
Yep.
you don't like transit, I guess. Next
If
up
you
is
do enjoy
jumping
them,
jacks.
all right, jumping jacks. They
So
do give you a
you
free
get
perk.
you get a free perk as long as you melee them. But
Yep.
sometimes they're really like annoying and they just bounce off the walls and stuff. So it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to kill. But I would say just because you get a free perk, it would be good. Even though Die Rise doesn't have a lot of perks and you are most likely gonna get Who's Who if you kill him.
Like a free perk is a free perk end of the day.
But
Yeah.
it's most likely gonna be Who's Who.
Exactly. But see, I have not played enough Die Rise to get past round 20 to go against them, so I can't really explain how bad they are in the high rounds. But based on
They have
my
about the
personal
same health, I
experience,
think, after like the first
okay.
3, they're about the same. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure.
But based on my own personal experience with Die Rise, I honestly can't play till round 15 on that map.
You can get
terrible.
Galvanuckles and you can get a
Yeah.
Bowie knife too. So they'll die
Yeah.
quicker. I would say just not, let's just put it not very good. I think they're annoying. Next up is Brutus from Mob and Blood.
Yeah, no, don't need to explain it. Best of the best. Just do it.
I think Brutus is a very good boss and he's not too hard, so you can like headshot him pretty quick.
Yep.
Anyways, next up is the Witches on Buried. So this one, like, I don't really know. I would honestly maybe consider this best of the best because although they do take 2,000 points per hit, getting their child support and all that, like, you do get a free perk every 5 rounds going through the witch's house. And if you play smart enough and you have a decent gun, you can kill them no problem and they won't hit you.
Took the words right out of my mouth. And if you have a time bomb, may I add on? If you use a time bomb,
double perk.
Yeah, double perk, exactly. So best of the best for sure, in my opinion.
Also, the witch playing the piano, that side Easter egg is so cool. Where you can get another perk for 10 points.
Yeah, so you pretty much get perkaholic right away.
Exactly.
do that.
You can literally get almost all the perks right away anyway.
Yeah, let's just agree
On round
Buried's
1
the
with the
easiest
bank.
map. Yeah.
Buried's a great map though. Like,
It's great, but easy.
bring it in Cold War. Next
Please.
up is the Origins Panzers. So these were like the first boss that was like actually challenging, I think, for pretty much everyone that played zombies. Like, this was the first one that, like, you hear that like nuke siren and you're like, oh crap.
It's about to go down.
Yeah. I think best of the best, honestly.
Easily. That's so much more personality.
It's so iconic, and it's what makes Origins like that much better, I think. Next up is the Margo, which is also another like really good boss.
It's not too difficult to kill, but if you don't know how to take out the Margo, you're gonna have a rough time. But they do signify where to shoot a lot of the time when he does open his mouth up. So it does lean the players in the right direction where to shoot. And you do get 500 points per headshot, or at least head explosion.
Per head, yeah. So you can get 1,500 points.
Or even 3,000 if you get the double points
Double,
and kill him in time.
True. Yeah. Do you think best of the best?
Personally, best of the best. It's a challenging boss, but anyone can take him down if they understand how to take him out.
Next up is the meatballs.
Yeah.
Dude.
You want to do it?
Yep.
Okay. Next.
They're so annoying, dude. Next up is the Parasites, which are also on Rev, and I think on Rev they're way more annoying because it spawns more of them. I'm gonna say very annoying for these two, honestly.
I don't mind them too much.
I just hate how they like fly around and like you're in a like there's too many of them at once where they can just like damage you, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, like sure you can run away from them. They're less annoying on shadows, like I was just about to say, but on Rev they're definitely not the best.
They're brutal. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the Keepers. So these are just the guys for doing like the rituals. They're also on Rev. I would just say they're not very good because they're pretty easy to kill.
Out of the way. Kind of a nuisance.
They're not really needed.
No.
I don't think. Next up is the Thrasher. I'm down to put it in very annoying.
Yes,
straight up.
Please.
Like the Thrashers are literally the most annoying thing, and the fact that you kill Thrashers and then zombies can walk through it and become a Thrasher just from already killing one is like the worst. Like
like round 4, I use a full clip of an HVK. That thing is still not dead.
Yeah, exactly. Like you basically need the pistol. What are those called? The
Marshals.
16 gang all day, dude. For those boys.
Let's go, dude.
Not very good. All right. Next up is the Spiders.
Kind of like the Keepers. They're just kind of a nuisance. They're out of the way. They obviously put the webs up on each door, so that doesn't help out either.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
Sure, you can use them for some high round strategies. I'm not about
all you have to do is like block off the spawn room, and then you stay in the spawn room and no zombies will spawn outside of it. Yeah, which is kind of cool.
So
I
just
would
because
say
of
not
that,
very good.
Yeah, just because of that, the spider webs, I would say they're not in the very annoying category. I'd say they're just in the not good spot.
Man, it's like either they're really good or not good.
Exactly.
List right now. All right. Next up is the Spider Boss.
The Spider Boss.
So
it's actually a fun little side boss, honestly.
It's fun. I would say good for this.
You can't hate it, but you can't love it.
And you can get Widow's Wine as well, which is nice if you don't already run Perkaholic like most people do anyway. But I mean, in that case, it's good. All right, next up is the Mangler.
I love him. That's all I can say. I don't know what you think, but I
mean, I know you like Gorod a lot.
Partially, yes. But
fairly. And they're pretty annoying on Outbreak, I would say. They're really easy to kill. They're kind of annoying. I think good it would be a fair place to put these. They don't really add a lot to the map.
Yeah. I say when they're on their own, like there's one-on-one, you and the Mangler alone, it's fine. They're cool.
Yeah, you
but
can
when
just
there's
shoot off
multiple
its arm
Manglers,
and it's basically dead already.
But when there's like 2 or 3 Manglers on you at once, it can get very tedious to deal with.
All right, next up is the Valkyries. It's a unique take.
It's unique. I will respect it. It's unique. I won't put in the very annoying because it's unique, but I won't put any higher than not good.
Okay, that's fair. All right, next up is the Fury.
I like to call them the Furries. Just I hate them so much.
Dude. I've tried doing like Rev first rooms with like classics, and like once they spawn, if you don't have like a death machine or you can't focus fire on them, they're brutal. Like if you run, they'll just teleport right in front of you and everything like that.
And they have more health than a normal zombie too. It takes pretty much double the amount of hits to kill one.
It's so annoying. So
and especially on that second bug round on Rev. You're
Yeah.
not gonna have a fun
F
time.
F these guys, dude.
Yeah, screw them.
Next up is the gladiators from 9. I think they're amazing. I think
I
it fits the map really well. Would you agree with that?
definitely. They add a lot, kind of like the Panzer Origins, adds a lot more personality to the map. It fits the theme perfectly.
Yeah.
Yes, they can get a little bit annoying when there's multiple of them, but they're
Yeah, and
not
when they're
difficult to
all
take
throwing
out.
their axe at you at the same time.
Exactly. But overall, they're definitely a fun aspect to an already great map.
And I love how you can like shoot off the armor too. Like, so like
Yeah.
if you shoot off the mask, you can just shoot the head and kill him faster.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Mangler to some extent. Just take
Yeah.
off the armor, take him out a little easier. I've
Yeah.
never actually thought of the comparison between the Mangler and the Gladiator until just now.
Yeah,
Kind
it's
of funny.
kind of the same. All right,
Yeah.
next up is the brawlers, which are kind of the same. They're a little bit weaker than gladiators.
I'd say same idea as the Gladiator, just adds more to the map, creates more personality.
So amazing, you think?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's fair. Next up is the stokers.
Well, they're on Voyage,
They're on voyage.
and they shoot fire. That's all I got for them. And they give you a key if you even choose to grab it.
Yeah, let's do not very good for the stokers.
They're not that great, no.
All right, next up is the elementals. I think we can all agree very annoying.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Especially the ice ones. Like, dude, I hate how they make zombies twice as strong, and they just like
not
they
fun.
like go around the map with their hands down, like twinkle toeing, like towards the zombies. It's so weird.
It's not fun.
Yeah, they're annoying. All right, next up is the werewolf. It adds a lot to
It
Dead
adds a
Night,
lot to the
like
map,
so
definitely.
much. Honestly, either a best of the best or amazing for me for werewolf.
Yeah. I'm not a Dead of the Night lover like most guys are. I truly despise that map.
A
But
lot
I
of
got
people despise it, and a lot of
I
people
know.
like you either like it or you hate it. It's one
I'm
or
in
the other.
I'm in the I hate it category. Greg, I know you're in the I love it category, so
I like
but I
it.
do I gotta respect the werewolf for what it is. I'd put it amazing personally.
Don't crucify me in the comment section, boys. Thanks. Next up is the red vampires.
Well, they give you a part and they are in the boss fight. Just put them in very annoying because of that.
Yeah, they're terrible.
You already have the werewolves, which we're getting to now. They're already bad enough as they are. Just make them red and they're 20 times worse.
They're weird though, because they don't always damage you except for like when they like bite onto your neck and like block your entire screen for like 3 seconds.
Exactly.
That's the most annoying part about those guys.
There's no purpose to them.
So next up is vampires. Honestly, I would put these in very annoying as well, because you can't regen health fast enough. If you don't have Dying Wish and you start off with 200 health, so you'll never get more health. Like if you get hit by them a couple times, you can't regen your health right away. It's like double the time, so it's like 10 seconds. I would say they're very annoying as well.
Yeah, not very good. Or the annoying category.
Okay. Next up is the Gigants.
I actually really like them. Like they're total bullet sponges. That's my only major complaint.
Definitely
But
bullet
I actually really like them. They're not the best of the best, but they're not good. They're great, actually, in my opinion.
I just realized I forgot Blight Fathers.
Oh, wow, that's not good. Well, they're in the. I should put them in the good category because
Yeah, good's fair for those.
Just put a nice little text of Blight Father in there, and you'll be good. Yeah, that's all good. If you're seeing this, we're good.
Next, all right. So we got to figure out where Gigantes is going. I would say amazing, honestly, for Gigantes.
Personally, amazing.
They fit the map pretty well.
Yeah.
Next up is the Spartoy. Very annoying, in my opinion.
Yep.
Because if you don't get a headshot, get a headshot, like they're gonna respawn up like 3 times total.
Yeah, I don't like them. There's also 3 different variants. There's the one with the shield. There's one just nothing. No, just pretty much naked, if that makes any sense. And then there's the shield and the helmet as well?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no need. They're so obnoxious.
they're very frustrating. They're even annoying in Dead Ops too. Next up is the Nova Bombers from Alpha Omega.
They're literally the Ice Catalyst on steroids.
Dude, they are so annoying, and every zombie that they shoot become Usain Bolt zombies.
Be faster than the zombies on transit. Like, come on, man.
And that's hard. They're late for work. They're hauling. Yeah.
And unlike the Ice Catalyst, it's just one zombie at a time. It takes a couple seconds to activate one. No, but with the Nova Crawlers, it's the entire horde pretty much instantaneously becomes Usain Bolt, like you just said.
Yeah, yeah, I think F these guys for sure. Next up
Despise them.
is the electric crawlers, also from Alpha Omega. So you gotta have this dude shoot the computer like mainframe.
And that's the only purpose
And
they
that,
serve on the map.
yeah, and they're really annoying too. Like you also
Yeah,
get them
F
to
them.
spawn when you're doing the system, like the air system or whatever in the beginning
Yeah,
after you turn on power. And like
yeah.
they just annoy the hell out of me. They deal damage to you, and like then zombies can hit you pretty easily. I would just say not very good for these guys, I think.
I think they're very
All right, yeah, let's
in my
do that
opinion.
then. Screw it.
Yeah.
All right,
Screw
next
it.
up is Megatons. Hoo, this is gonna be an
Oh, this is a
interesting
tough
one.
one. I
Like
know a lot of people like them, but I
I
know a lot of people
I
hate them.
really dislike that they split into bombers and then they're
Yeah,
like 2 megatons basically at once.
I don't mind that personally. What I hate about them the most is their aim. They are practically aimbotting you from
Dude,
across the
you
map.
can literally go behind it and it will still like shoot forward and then it will just come and hit you
Exactly. They're
because they're challenging.
okay.
We'll
They're,
put not
I
we'll do
respect
not
the
very good.
challenge.
We'll
I
do not
respect
very
the
good.
challenge with them, but the aimbot that they pretty much have, no matter what you
Yeah,
do,
we'll do not
explain
very
it
good
is a
for the
little
aimbot,
tedious.
I think is fair.
That's fair in my opinion.
All right, next up we got the Plague Hounds, which were a good idea.
Oh man,
But
I
the
hate.
fact that they are ridiculously strong, they deal 75 damage per hit, and they explode, dealing more damage to you if you're like camping somewhere.
I've been spearing Outbreak for hours now.
I think
I'm
very annoying
driving
would be
I'm
fair.
driving a bike at full speed. The Playground's 20 meters behind me. He still hits me. Somehow, some way. I
Yeah, they
don't
like,
understand.
dude, they have Commando Pro from Modern Warfare
They're
2.
like the Tigers on 9 before
Yeah,
the patch.
I forgot
That's
those too.
the equivalent.
I forgot those as
Let's
well.
call those the pre-patch Tigers. There's no difference. They're the worst.
Very annoying. And
Okay, I'm done ranting. You can move
yeah,
on.
what do you think we should do for Tigers? Not very good.
Tigers, I'd say pre-patch, worst of the worst. Normal Tigers now, okay. You know, they're not bad, they're not
Yeah.
good either.
Okay. Next up, we have the Mimic.
Mimics, I truly enjoy them because if you strap like the Megatons, there's the different AATs you can use on each pack punch. So, for example, Deadwire deals 50% more damage to the Megatons, and with the Mimics, you can use Brain Rot.
Brain Rot,
Yeah, Brain Rot turns, whatever it is. You can do 50% more damage to them. And with the Brain Rot ability, you can actually turn a Mimic, and it actually really helps out a lot. And they're not all over your face. Like, they're not spawning too many at a time. It's like 2 or 3 at a time.
Unless you're down in the bunker and spawn them all.
Well,
and that
have you seen the speed run of the Outbreak Easter egg?
No.
There's a way to manipulate that. So
what do you do?
So you get the canister all charged up, ready to go. You grab that canister. And then once you get that canister, you can go ahead
them all and then blast them all. That's really smart.
No. Here's the thing: you don't have to spawn all in because you can just run over to the red mimic, spawn like 1 to 2 tops, spawn the red mimic in, blow them up with the canister, insta killing them, and then all the rest of the mimics will despawn, at least the ones you have not spawned in yet. And then it'll just be the mimics in the map that have spawned in, so 2 to 3 tops.
I'm so glad you're on this. That is so smart. I did not think of that. That's really smart. I never thought of that.
Yeah, I think it was SkyDogs007 who told me about that, at least pointed me in the right direction of it, so shout out to him.
Yeah,
I think it was in my first stream.
Shout out to him. Acid Visions, dude. So for Mimics, what do you think?
Honestly,
amazing.
With all the new updates, I think
honestly it's so cool that they
so close. It's so close to, I think, just for the personality they have, not necessarily for the map, but just as a boss. I'm gonna say it, best of the best. I love them. I truly love the Mimics.
All right, we'll do it.
I know I'm getting
the only color board boss that's going in there. I'm pretty sure.
I'm getting blasted right now. I can already see the comments.
It's all good, dude. Like,
I love them.
I don't think they're that bad, and I think the idea that Treyarch had for them, like how they can transform into something else, you can kind of predetermine, like if there's like a random chopper gunner on the ground and you have not been on this side of the map for like an hour, obviously it's a mimic. Yeah. But like I can agree with that. I think they're a really cool idea for a boss. All right, next up we have the Krasny Soldat. These are the panzers that are in Outbreak. They're probably going to be on a regular map at some point as well. They're really annoying that they jump at you, and their fire
Yeah.
attack is like really long range as well.
It's like the BO3 Panzer, but twice the health.
Yeah, it's, I would say, very annoying.
I would say they're very annoying, but it's
We'll put
close
them in
between.
not very good, I think.
Yeah, like the lowest of the low, not very good, but the highest of the high, very annoying, if that makes any sense. Right around that range.
Next up, we have the Tempest.
Oh my god, please just put them in the worst.
Dude,
I'm trying to
Tempest
drive.
suck, dude.
I'm trying to drive around Duga. Just have a nice little, nice little drive around the park or
Nice little
something.
powwow.
And then the freaking Tempest decides to shock my bike, and I'm stuck on my feet for 30 seconds.
Yeah, dude. And if you don't have stamina up, then you gotta run far, like for a long time too. All right, next up is the Orda, and I guess we'll combine both of them, the one in Outbreak and the Firebase Z1. The Firebase Z1's really easy to kill, and then
Yeah,
the
10
one in
seconds.
Outbreak is
Outbreak,
annoying as hell, dude.
It can be very annoying
Oh,
or
dude.
very easy if you're prepared.
Have you ever, I don't know if you've done this, you've been speedrunning a lot. Have you ever run past the Orda by accident and it like just locks onto you for literally like the rest of the time you're on there? Like I was like on the other side of Duga and that thing was still blasting me like with the hive attack or whatever it is.
Fortunately, no, because every time I've gone past the Orda, I've been in a car or a bike or something. So fortunately, that's not happened to me yet, quote unquote, yet. I don't know what it feels like to have that happen because, like I just said, it hasn't happened to me.
I would say not very good.
Yeah, I'd say for talking about actually, yeah, just as a whole, not very good because easy to kill in 5AZ, very annoying in Outbreak if you're not prepared, obviously.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. This has been ranking all the COD enemies. Thank you, Kingman, for joining me.
Yep, thank you for having me, Greg. I had a ton of fun, especially in the Cold War topics.
Yeah, I think we can both agree, like, we just knew if it was good or bad, like, straight away. It's pretty easy to tell once you've played all these maps a lot, like we have. Go check out Kingman down below in the description if you guys like watching speedruns. He speedruns a bunch of maps and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know which topic you want to see next. I know a lot of people have been saying perks. I will still have to make that. I made this one. Sorry, I forgot a couple things. I feel like most of the tier lists that people make are just really bad or the pictures look terrible. So like it takes a lot more effort to actually make the tier list itself. Nonetheless, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.